For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FC24 coins, check out mmoexp.com. Link is down in the description below. Use the code WOLF at the checkout for 5% off your order. The 4-3-3-2 YouTube, probably one of the most underrated formations on EAFC24. But first, drop this video a like for me. That would mean the world to me. And if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would be amazing. So, you are going to want to use balanced on the defensive style. Check out trustdice.win. Link is down in the description below. You do also get daily bonuses just for logging in and have daily login rewards on the crypto bonus. You do have a live casino and a normal casino that you can check out. So if you do want to check out Trust Dice, link is down in the description below. Check it out. Me personally, I just much prefer a balanced style where your team presses the ball to the middle of the pitch and your team shape is neutral. I just much prefer that, YouTube. I really do. I like to be in control of where and when my team presses, and I don't really need to use a pressure custom tactic because of a certain defensive depth that has come back over the last 2 weeks. So I much prefer balance. I would stay well away from press after possession loss and pressure on every touch, YouTube. I would just stay well away from it. I don't think they're very good, and I don't think they are usable and viable. The defensive width, now you are going to want to go a little bit more narrow, but not completely narrow like I do use in some of my formations. So you go down ever so slightly, only to 45 on the defensive width. The reason for this, YouTube, I've actually found that this formation is quite good defensively anyway. I don't have any problems defensively with it. It's not like a 3 at the back formation or something like that, or a 4-3-2-1 where you can be caught out defensively a little bit. In the 4-3-3-2, I'm really not. So I go a little bit more narrow just to make us more compact in the middle of the pitch and harder to break down. It's kind of why I use it, YouTube. It's very OP. The defensive depth, like I said at the start of the video, this is why you don't need to use a pressure custom tactic on the defensive style, because yes, YouTube, 71 depth is back. Now, if any of you don't know what 71 depth does, at the start of EAFC 24 and for all of FIFA 22 really, or was it FIFA 23, I can't remember, if you used a certain defensive depth, and I actually think it was 71 on FIFA 22 as well, your team automatically pressed when you lost the ball and automatically offside trap, but it didn't drain your stamina like if you were to be using a pressure custom tactic. And that's why I'm still using it. Well, why I'm still using it, that's why I'm using it again. They did patch it about 5-6 weeks ago, but then over the last 2 weeks, I don't know whether they've dropped a soft patch or something like that on the game. Maybe you'll know, because I don't really know. That's what it feels like to me. But 71 depth is now back to like it was pre-patch, and it's absolutely broken. So I'm going to use it, YouTube, because it is broken. You know what I'm talking about. Because it's broken, I'm going to use it. The offense is build-up play. I just leave it on balance. One thing I will say, though, actually, the offensive tactic, you can definitely use long ball in a 4-3-3-2. Long ball is definitely good and a viable option, in my opinion, YouTube. But for me, I just prefer balance. This tactic is used for a balanced team that maintains its formation. Players will support and make runs when they think it's the right time to do so. And that's why I like it, because sometimes they make the penetrating runs, but they're not always running away from me as well. It's something I really like. The chance creation, you know what I'm going to say at this point, YouTube. It is, of course, direct passing. Once the team enters the attacking zone with possession, players will create chances by making runs for passes into space behind the opposing back line. Very OP, YouTube. You know what I'm talking about. The build-up play, chance creation, bread and butter. The offensive width, I do actually leave it ever so slightly more narrow. You will know why in a minute when it gets to the player instructions. I prefer it on 45 width. I like to be a little bit more narrow with it, YouTube. That's all it is. I just think it's a lot better to go slightly more narrow, making the left winger and the right winger slightly more inwards rather than hugging the touchline. That's just what I prefer. But they do still hug the touchline anyway, because of something that I'm going to show you in a minute. Players in the box, of course, is going to be 7. More players that we have in the box, YouTube, the more likely we are to score a goal. It is very simple and easy to break down. 2 corners and 2 free kicks like so. Custom tactics done. Let's get into the player instructions. Now, the most important player in the 4-3-3-2 is probably your 2 central midfielders. So your left central midfielder and your right central midfielder and your striker. This little triangle here where I've got Iwobi, Hadji, and I'm doing the Evo Ebony Salmon. That holy trinity there on my RTG is so key. So them 3 players need to be very good. And that brings us nicely onto my striker, actually. My striker is on stay central and getting behind. So my striker will stay in the central areas of the pitch, and he or she, as it is a she at this moment in time on my RTG, will also make forward runs in behind the defence. I want my striker to stay in them central areas of the pitch and also make penetrating runs in behind. Very key that you do that, in my opinion, YouTube. Have the striker in that central area of the pitch, but also make the penetrating runs in behind. The left winger and the right winger are on exactly the same custom tactics, YouTube. So the first thing, well, all of them, is come back on defense, stay wide, then getting behind and then getting to the box for cross. And that is the same on my right winger as well. Come back on defence, making us more defensively solid. Stay wide, getting behind and getting to the box for cross. The stay wide, but on my left winger and my right winger, means that I want my left winger and my right winger. Pretty obvious. I'm teaching you how to suck through a straw at this point. But yeah, I want my left winger and my right winger just to stay in them wide areas because I get my attacking impetus through my central midfielders in the middle of the pitch. The getting behind means that they make penetrating runs in behind, very much needed with your left winger and a right winger. And the getting to the box for cross, I just want them in the box. The more players that we have in the box, YouTube, like I say, the more likely we are to score a goal. That then brings us nicely onto the left central midfielder and the right central midfielder, and both of these players are on exactly the same player instructions again. So get forward, get into the box for cross and cover centre. So my left winger and my right winger will hold the width from the left and the right hand side, and then my left central midfielder and my right central midfielder will push right up and help out my striker a lot, which means your left central midfielder and your right central midfielder will get a lot of goals and a lot of assists in this formation. Very, very, very much needed in my opinion. Kind of think of it like a Pep Guardiola team where you'd have Grealish or Doku hugging the touchline. You used to have Mahrez hugging the right touchline, and then you'd have De Bruyne, Gundogan, Foden in like them central areas of the pitch. That's the role that I'm playing with this formation. Very, very, very good. The CDM, this is like the Rodri role or the Boubacar Kamara role. Stay back while attacking and cover centre. I want my CDM just to play in that middle of the pitch, not do a lot, just win the ball back and give it to the better players, really. I then, YouTube, this is where it does get a little bit interesting, or not, or a little bit boring, whatever way you want to look at it. I then play with both my left back and my right back on stay back while attacking. It doesn't matter on the run type because it's irrelevant because they are on stay back while attacking, but you can put them on overlap if you want to. But I don't attack with my left back and right back, YouTube. I don't really feel the need for it in this formation. Both of my centre backs are then on completely default settings, and then my goalkeeper is then on comes to crosses and sweeper keeper. And now I'm going to show you a lot of gameplay clips of me using this formation and breaking down how to use it as well. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. The right central midfielder will make a lot of forward runs, and there's the winger holding the width as well. There's the central midfielder. There it is. That's the formation in a nutshell. Even though I didn't score, that just sums up that formation there perfectly. Beautiful. There's the left winger making that penetrating runs inwards. So even though he is on stay wide, because he's on getting behind and getting to the box for cross, he will make them penetrating runs inwards, making it very hard for your opponent to pick up as well. Beautiful. There's the striker. Stay central and get him behind. What the hell? There's the striker. There's the left central midfielder as well. On getting to that just sums up the formation so perfectly. You have the striker and then both the central midfielders on that passage of play was the left central midfielder. Because he's on getting to the box for cross and get forward, he will help out in the attacking side of the game so much. And that right there, YouTube, is my brand new updated 4-3-3 second variation custom tactics for you. If you did enjoy this video, you know what to do. Drop it a like for me. Drop a comment down below. And if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.